So, up until that point in law school, were you guys thinking about comedy though?
No, no. My first year of law school, when I got like my exam scores back after the first year, I was like, yeah, it's probably not gonna work out. I don't think I have a future in law. I just don't think it's not for me. So I was giving comedy some thought because I lived right around the corner from the Comedy Cellar, so I would just go there all the time. I was like, this looks like fun, but I never thought that I could do it because I just didn't think I had talent.
Both you guys.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about comedy. I was in law. I was trying to survive.
Yeah.
And my first year, I did a little bit better than him, but still not what I wanted to do. But still, I was really, really into the idea of like becoming a lawyer and succeeding in law school. But then, yeah, you really started to push the idea of doing comedy. And
Okay, so how did the comedy thing start?
So this was second year. We did like this internship. It was like like a
corporate internship that you do every summer.
Yeah.
A summer internship.
Yeah, and we did that, and I didn't get the job. You're supposed to do that in hopes of getting a job in your third year. I didn't get the job, and I was just horrible at it. And I think I was just super depressed as a lawyer, and I started drinking more, and I was just like, this can't be life. Like this, there has to be some sort of alternative. So I just I don't know. I just started watching a lot of comedy, and I said, fuck it. Like, what do I have to lose? I can do this with my brother. It'll be dope, right?
Yeah, I was sort of having a similar experience with the law too. I was like, this shit is so crushing. It's depressing, and started drinking more. And then yeah, he put the idea in my head of trying to do comedy, and I didn't take it seriously at first because I was like, that's an absurd proposition. I mean, I don't know if
Right, because at this point, you're talking about, I mean, not only all your high school, but 6 years of college,
Yeah.
all the money invested,
Yeah.
time,
emotions,
Yeah.
you know, that you can't really use in the comedy world. It's not one of those type of things.
The crazy thing is you can use all of it in the comedy world.
I guess
the
so.
thing.
Yeah,
Like
I guess so. But it's not like a completely related thing.
Yeah, for sure. You have to
Yeah.
figure that shit out. But yeah, you're right. At the time, I'm not thinking about how I can use all this as material. I'm thinking about like, well, I put all my blood, sweat, and tears into this. But when you're not happy, you're not happy. You know, you can feel it. And I think that even if you've put in so much, you can't value sunk costs. I mean, you only get one life, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I just kept telling myself. Like, look, I sacrificed a lot of things for this, but this is not what I want to do, and this is not where I want to be, and I'm not happy. So sometimes you just got to sacrifice even more for your happiness.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you guys start together or did you guys start solo?
I started a little bit before him in New York, just because I had access to different outlets, right? So I started like 2 months before he did. And then I didn't convince him, but I told him he should come up here and we can get started.
So you're doing like open mics and
Open
stuff like
mics,
that?
yeah. I was barking, barking is when you go in corners and you beg for people to come to the show and they give you 5 minutes of time.
It's the worst way to get stage time in New York.
That's how you do it?
That's how some people do it.
Yeah.
The smart people are, you go to the open mics and you just get better that way.
Yeah.
But some people who don't really know what to do, they'll try to bark just to get 5 minutes at a comedy club. But, I mean, you got to spend 5 to... How many hours?
It's a lot. Like you have to hope to sell 5 tickets, and you got about 5 hours to do it. And it's not really good stage time either. Like it's like usually tourists from other countries who come and they have no idea what you're talking about. It's a very awkward process.
Yeah, it's one of the worst experiences.
But it's, I mean, when you're struggling to find stage time, you do whatever you got to do.
You do whatever it takes.
Okay, so you start for a couple months, and your brother joins you.
Yeah.
And you start performing together.
Yeah.
Are you still barking at this point, or?
Yeah. So I quit law school, went up to Jersey, and we were barking a little bit. We did that for maybe a week, and we were like, all right, this is probably not the way to do it.
Yeah.
So then we just started trying to look for shows to do within Jersey. So we'll hit up people and say, could you give us some time? Just try to start begging for stage time and
open mics
for the most part. And then we realized Jersey just didn't have enough opportunities, so then we moved to Brooklyn. And that's when we realized, okay, this is where we're going to get
And
better.
in Brooklyn, they have shows at bars, comedy clubs, theaters. Not just Brooklyn, Manhattan. I mean, New York is just a great place to do stand-up comedy because you can get up 4 times a night and just really hone your craft. I think once we made the move to Brooklyn, we really started to see some development in our stand-up. Mm-hmm. Better progress.
Okay. So how was the reaction when you guys started coming up together? Because you don't see twin comedians. I mean, you're the only ones that I've ever heard of.
Sklar Brothers.
Got the Sklar Brothers. I mean, some more YouTube guys, YouTube twins.
Okay.
But I mean, you're an oddball. You stand out immediately. Yeah. I mean, not only were we black, but we were 2 dudes who looked exactly the same. So I think it does sort of. I mean, you do sort of stand out, but you still have to have jokes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like in New York, they don't care what kind of gimmick you are. Like, if you don't come in with jokes, you won't get better, and you won't get accepted into the community. So we realized immediately, like, we might have this twin gimmick, but if we don't figure out ways to, still tell jokes and develop as actual comedians, then we're probably not going to progress.
Yep.
So what was the worst heckler experience you had early on?
Early on,
we did this show in it was Elizabeth, New Jersey. It was Elizabeth, New Jersey. It was densely Puerto Rican. And I love Puerto Rican. My first girlfriend was Puerto Rican. But they're not a big fan of. At least that crowd wasn't a big fan of too slow talking. So there was a grandmother. She was probably like 60 something.
She just didn't give a shit.
She didn't give a shit. She would just interrupt our set whenever she was like, "Talk faster." Where's the punchline? Like, just like, I'm like, come on, we're just starting out. Give us a chance, Puerto Rican grandmother. She was ripping us to shreds. I mean, you gotta respect her. She was getting bigger laughs. She was crushing us.
Yeah, she was great. She was funny. Yeah. You can't deny humor. You gotta let humor thrive in any circumstance. Right. So we couldn't say anything back to her.
No.
She's a Puerto Rican grandmother.
Puerto Rican grandmother. I'm not gonna disrespect.
You can't tell her to shut the fuck up.
You can't tell her to shut the fuck up.
Her son was in the back, and I think he might have been a gang member. I didn't want to offend him either. So that was pretty bad. Yeah, that's rough.
Okay, so you guys are doing, you're getting your chops in the comedy game, but just like with anything else, entertainment-wise, there's really no money in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys are just trying to just hone your craft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how are you guys getting by at this point?
I mean, we were looking for. We thought like, we'll go to New York, look for a job. It should be easy. It should be easy to get a job in New York. I mean, it can't be a struggle, and it was a struggle. Like, we couldn't find a fucking job, so because we didn't want to do like physical labor shit. So we were just looking for like office jobs or anything like that, and couldn't get anything. So we eventually got we worked at a cable company, but it was in New Jersey, so we had to drive to Jersey, and we were working from 3 p.m. to 12. Yeah. 5 days a week, so we would only get 2 days to do stand up at night.
That was Monday and Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So we had to go to work from Wednesday until Sunday, 3 to 12. So we could only do stand up Monday and Tuesday, and it was rough. But it was like, well, we got to make money. Mm-hmm. We did that for about 4 months. Yeah, but then we realized that's not going to help us progress. So we quit, and we ran out of money in New York. Mm-hmm. So we had to move back with our mom. Yeah, in New Jersey. No, it was Pennsylvania. No, it was Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Yeah. So we had to move back to her. It was like a southern tip of New Jersey. So we would drive from Phillipsburg, New Jersey to New York just to do stand-up and then drive back to our mom's place to stay. Yeah. But then we were going to Philly area too and do stand-up. What was the job at the viral marketing company?
Oh, shit.
Think Moto, they're great.
Think Moto, yeah. Shit, I almost forgot about that one. So you would do little side jobs like that. Like, so this company called Think Moto, which would create viral videos that people didn't know were actual videos. They would just think that but it was like a big prank for the most part. So we did this shaving helmet thing. Yeah. Where the idea was like they created this shaving helmet which you can put on and shave your hair. But it was really just twins. We swapped with one another.
First one had hair, and then they put the thing on. They did a hard cut, revealing the secret, and then they cut back. Not a hard cut. It was a pan over, then pan back, and then we just switched places. Yeah. Okay. And then it went crazy.
people were like, "This is ridiculous. This is fake. This is stupid." Or some people were like, "No, it's real. This is fucking amazing." And it's like, it was one of our first like experiences with like fame. And I guess it wasn't really fame because no one knew who the fuck we were. But it was just, we're weird at how much of a science it is. Like how much of like, we know this is going to go viral if we do these things, and like, shit blew up.
What about the nude party? You guys kind of told me a different one than I was expecting.
The second one that we did,
which went viral.
The second one went viral too. Yeah. It was a new video game party that they said that they were promoting. Wait, what was the premise? What was the premise?
It was a party where people were playing the video game, but they were doing it in the nude. I don't know what the product. I don't know what. I'm assuming it was a video game thing. I think it was Xbox. It must have been.
I think it was Xbox.
Or it might have been a drinking product. I don't know. I can't remember, but it was absurd.
Yeah, but in that one, we weren't really featured in it. We were just sort of in extras.
Yeah,
playing video games in the nude. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever done. I don't even know why I did. I mean, I guess you do it for money.
It wasn't a lot of money.
But yeah, it wasn't even a ton of money. It was like $400. But when you're so broke, you're just... And I guess I thought that when he first asked us to do it, I thought we were just doing something for a video game.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had to be nude. And then he
said, we fully nude?
No, they blanked us out.
Yeah.
I think.
So you're like partially nude.
You're partially nude. And I don't even think you were in it.
I was barely in it.
Yeah, you were barely in it. I got like a second in it, but that was it.
So you guys are literally getting naked right now.
Yeah.
To make ends meet. You're kind of male strippers in a way.
I mean, look. It's based on your definition of male stripping. Like, I guess we were male strippers.
Yeah. No one gave us I guess we were. Fuck, I didn't even think about that. Got money to get naked.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, shit. I mean, look, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
That's right.